are all disciplined to our existing set of habits. So we all have habits. That's what we're disciplined to. This idea of discipline by itself makes no sense. So if we want to change the results, we have got to change the habits that produce the results. So if you currently don't have any type of calendar and you're basically going to your work and saying, I don't know, kind of whatever happens, happens. Well, your habits were, you did have a calendar initially and it was on your EMR system. It was your schedule. And that was the most productive day or the most productive time you had. And the reason it was productive, because it was on a schedule. Now, if you had an hour here, an hour there, you weren't as productive. I mean, maybe you got some busy work done. So now when you start removing that EMR clinical schedule, it's more important to develop habits so you don't just have idle time to then dive back into your business and bother the people that you just empowered to run it. Which means instead of looking down back into your business and nitpicking every little thing, you have to look up at the next thing. What's the next thing? What's the next thing on the road to practice freedom? That's why I love having that contextual model. Practice freedom. What's the next thing on that? And the next thing that you're doing has to be something that, of course, is purposeful and meaningful to you. Because that will help you develop your next habits. The only reason you're going back in your clinic is because it's a habit that you haven't replaced with another habit. Does that make sense, Steve? You're just doing what you've always done. Even though you might have removed yourself from a lot of the day-to-day stuff and replaced yourself with some really great people and some solid systems, your habit hasn't changed. So this thing I just shared with you about the SmartNoder's time system, I'm teaching you a habit to help change the results you're getting. And the habit is start using your calendar to determine what type of work you will be doing on that day or in that 2-hour segment, half-day segment. And if you follow that, that will help to change the habit that you do. But ultimately, you have to just play a bigger game. You have to just let go, which I know is hard for all of us, right? You just have to let go of your identity of, well, but I'm a clinician. No, you're an entrepreneur who owns a physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic practice. You're an entrepreneur who owns a practice. You are not a clinician.